sort here. It's our salvo. Right, so we have our Punics. We've launched quite a few Punics over here. Time to target. Range to target, okay. 7 million, so these would be ones that are the closest up there, so I'm gonna guess that's those ones. So let's see. I think we just turned off the missiles or something like that, but I'm not complaining. I don't know about that one. Unless they're going for the Tagi, I'm not entirely sure. I don't know where they've been targeted. Well, we'll have to find out. I'd like to think they've been targeted at the Junts. I do think I targeted them at first, or targeted that ship at first. Obviously, with it being a larger ship, it's easier to hit as well. Yeah. Ah, fighter craft are getting messed up. I do wonder if it's the fact that they're just... like, maybe that range is not enough or something. Really not too sure about this one. I'm not entirely sure what's causing issues. Yeah, we took losses over there, so they got hit by the detonation. It must be the detonations. They must have a good radius to them. I mean, that blast radius is clearly causes problems. Yeah, I've got to say, I'm probably going to increase this fire range. Yeah, we've lost a broadsword over here. That's a shame. But they can't be replaced. They are definitely being damaged. We probably should have kept on with our original orders. At least then they would have been all alive at this point. But yeah, I think the issue is the fact that these missiles are travelling that fast that they're not actually within range. They're like halfway into their range before they can actually get shots off. I don't know if they're actually firing shots. I'd like to think they are firing shots, and that's what's causing the detonations, which are causing the damage to our ships. I'm not sure really. Really not sure about it. But yeah, I mean, whether we can recover these ships or not, I don't know. I mean, if they die, they die. The important targets are the actual enemy ships, and of course our own ships, which need to survive the battle. These ships are... yeah. Well, the fighter pilots knew what they were getting into. Our fighters are untested, so this was always going to happen. We were always going to take casualties. But if they take out some enemy missiles on their way out, then that's great for us. Yeah, but our missile defenses are doing pretty well so far. I mean, we are using more missiles than we actually need. By far more than we need. So I might have them just... yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, like, 5 launchers out. Let's see. And we have so many. And they're only launching 15 at a time when they have 25 launchers, so I'm really confused. I'd like to think that they're using them intelligently. Ah, bugger it. Yeah, they're firing them in bursts. Ah, bugger it. I'll just leave them to do what they're doing. I just don't want to be in a position where those missiles start getting through. We can always rebuild missiles. I do hope you're on the way to attack the Jans. Or the Yans, however the hell you say it. That would be most pleasing if you could actually destroy that ship and bring humanity its first taste of revenge in years. Okay. No missile type assigned to this launcher, how odd. And that's the Archer. What's wrong with the Archer? Right, Archer. No target. Ah, you're firing 3v1. For fuck's sake. These fire controls are really irritating. I'm sure it must have reset. Right. No. One. Motherfucker. Fuck me. Ah. Our range is like, what, 5,000 or something. So I'll say that properly. Right. Target's in Sigi. Yeah, you seem to be fine now. Okay, that's what's probably been causing us problems. I've not been looking at what I'm doing properly. Right, so we have lost some broadswords over here. I mean, they are 500 tons, so they're not exactly tiny. But at least the other squadrons are moving out. I know that's like turn the missiles off so we can't really see it, but I mean, yeah. The fleet is closing in on the enemy, and our missiles should be arriving shortly. So we'll just have to hope that we can actually take them out. Yeah, that's another one that's got hit. Yeah, I'd really like to know whether it's the actual squadrons taking the missiles out or the missiles that actually landed on the squadron. I'm going to go with the assumption that the missiles are actually hitting our squadrons. Seems like the most likely cause of the explosion. That or the Mason beams are just too short of a range to really be quite effective against them. It does seem like the missiles are changing targets in mid-flight. They may have some kind of thermal sensor or active sensor on board. Who knows? Well, what we'll need to do after the battle, assuming that we win and survive, is design a scavenger kind of ship, a recovery ship. And then, if we can recover the wrecks of the aliens, we could try and take some of their technology and just, yeah, recycle some of that resources, put it to their construction. So you can see, this is what we kind of like, but the issue is, if they're firing at this close range, it's probably not helping us out at all. So in the future, we'll have to develop our fighters to have a much longer ranged weapon. I can see why people use missiles, really, due to their range and etc. Yeah, that might be another ship dead. Well, another broadsword dead. Who knows? No, still going, that's okay. Yeah, but we are taking out a lot of these missiles. Okay. You're right. This is going to be rather interesting to see. They're getting within range now. Well, they're already within range, you know what I mean. They're getting very close to the target. I mean, he's moving at 4,917 kilometers per second, so I'm just going to hope that a few of them can get through and at least do some damage to the giant. Right. It seems like one of the broadswords are being targeted by the missiles. And that's what's causing those problems. But that's not bad, as long as it's not damaging the entire squadron at the same time, that's not too bad. Oh my. Right, we should see next round if we actually hit. I do hope we hit. I really do hope that we hit. If not, I'm going to be rather annoyed. But they should hit. At least some of them should hit. Cool, man, I want to see a dead ship next round. Preferably not one of mine. Aha! Aha! Do we have a dead ship? I know it can... Is it dead? Is it alive? I think it's alive. Right. Hit by 8 points of damage. Right, so we did a lot of damage. So it intercepted one of our missiles. Oh no, our Punics have intercepted its targets. I think every one of them hit. It has an armor strength for at least 2. Destroyed, right, 2 of them were destroyed by point-blank point defenses. Right. So... we've done some damage to the ship then. It has armor strength of 2. That's tiny. Our lasers would absolutely rip it to pieces if they got within range. So I do have to wonder if this ship is like the command ship for the squadron, for like the missile ship, and if we actually kill it, will the other ship lose its ability to fire its missiles? Because it is the only one with the active sensors over there. I don't think I've detected active sensors on the missile ship. So the missile ship might have the fire control to fire at us, but unless it has active sensors detecting us, or getting a lock on us, I don't think it can actually fire. And again, I could be wrong, but let's find out. But we have actually done some damage to the enemies of humanity. The UNSC has struck a bloody blow against the Covenant. Or the Kroxigar. Not Covenant yet. The Covenant would probably kick our ass. Right, 9 casualties over here. They're doing their job. They're doing their job. I didn't really expect them to survive. But, yeah, we have done some damage over here then. I mean, we did, what, like, I think we got something like 15 something hits. Like, 2 of the missiles were intercepted, so maybe like 18 hits. And it did 8 damage. So I imagine the next volley will probably kill it. Or at least I'd like to think so. I'm not entirely sure. And this is what makes this game really exciting. Yeah. Got a lot of Punics on the way there. It's not going to survive this battle. But either way, we will have struck a decisive blow in this battle. I do hope that it actually is the ship with the active sensors, and that will stop the other missile ship from firing. That would be rather nice. And then at least if we could just fire off our active, fire off our ASMs, instead of just wasting our AMMs, that would be nice. But we fired off far too many AMMs, but you can imagine if we were facing off against like 2 or 3 of these ships, maybe we would have to fire that many to avoid being overwhelmed, but we'll have to see. We shall have to see. So let's assume that 18 missiles all hit and they all did 8 damage. I mean, that would be 144 damage, so I do have to wonder what that's done to the enemy ship, and it only has 2 armor layers, I believe. Yeah, I think we are losing some more broadswords. I'm not entirely sure. I'm really not entirely sure on the fighter situation. I think they are being fucked up. They might be surviving like Kilo over here. But that's not bad. God, I wish these missiles were faster. But he's heading towards us, so at least he still has engine capability, which is interesting. I was kind of hoping that the missile strike might have killed his engine, and then at least he would have been a sitting duck, and it would have been just 100% hit rate for our missiles. But, I mean, if 2 of them were intercepted, and assuming the other 18 hit, then that's really good. I mean, that's like a 100% hit rate. Obviously, the 2 that were intercepted don't count, but you know what I mean. But yeah, at least if we can try and shoot down some of these missiles on their way, then that'd be nice. Okay, can't believe I've spent almost an hour, well, an hour and a half, no, not an hour and a half, oh, what am I on about? Almost 3/4 of an hour talking about this. The combat is not quick at all in this game, but it's very methodical, very tactical. And I do believe after I finish recording this, I will go back onto naval action and record a ship battle for you guys. That would be rather interesting. Right. Okay. Right, these guys should be within a round, maybe 2 rounds. But they should impact soon, very soon. I'm going to say they'll impact either next round or the round after. And there is a hell of a lot of them here. That's times 3. And then I don't know what's in the other one. That might be just the other one. So that might be just 4 volleys once again, which I do think it actually is. So that'll be another 20 missiles. We'll have to see how much damage that does. Right. Okay. Yep, we've hit. Okay. Nuclear detonation. Secondary power. Right, let's go over here to the events then. Let's take a look. Right. So a lot has happened then. So this is the current round. Missile self-destruct, so, whoops. Grade increase. Right, system intact. Right, that's our fighters. System destroyed. So I think we've lost a ship over here. Our broadsword. And then I think this is where we hit. Yeah, broadsword. So this is where we hit. So we did, yeah, 8 points. Chance to hit 143%. God damn. No wonder we're hitting. Hit. All hits. Nuclear detonation. Secondary power system explosion. Strength 15 detected. So I do wonder if we've done some critical damage because something is blown up. Now, is the ship actually still alive? It seems to still be alive. Ah, it seems like that's been targeted at something else. But I imagine these guys are going to finish it off. But that's rather interesting. Yeah, so we've taken hits over here. But a secondary explosion. So that might have been the reactor cooking off. And if that's the reactor cooking off, that's got to have done some big old damage. Rather interested to see how much it can take, but I guess in the future we'll have to design our ASMs. Yeah, that's going for the other ship then, I think, so that's good then. So in the future we'll have to design our ASMs to do more damage then. If we can do more, well, if we can have a bigger alpha strike, then that would be nice. Ah, you can see the Jance has been slowed by half. Well, kinda half, almost half. But that's very good. That's very, very good. That's increased the hit chance rate even more. It's, effectively been crippled, apparently. Right, it's only a matter of time until we destroy it, then. And that'll be, the UNSC's first victory. But we are closing in on the range. I mean, how many missiles do we have left? 5, 10, 62, 74, 30. Probably enough missiles for this engagement. And the enemy is still out here. I mean, there's Punics on their way over there. So I think once we take this thing out, we might be able to just sit back and allow the Punics to just go on their merry, merry way and just take out the enemy ships. Or we'll chase them down with laser and sword and steel. Sword and steel obviously being the same thing, you know what I mean? We don't have lightsabers yet. Though we do have the monomolecular blades. Okay. Where is the Jance? Ah, there it is. Yeah, it's gonna get hit again soon. Very soon it will be hit. I will be interested to see, I mean, I don't know. I'll have to check in the following round if that ship has any active, well, sensors. But at this range that we're fighting at, if it did have any active sensors, I'm sure we would have detected them by now. Nuclear detonations. Yeah. I think our fighters are definitely getting screwed. But they might be recoverable. And if we could recover them, we could repair them. I mean, the fleet is not that far away from some of the other broadswords. So I reckon we could probably save some of these fighters. Right, there's a Jance. I don't think all of these are targeted at the Johnson. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think any of these are targeted at the Johnson. Which is a shame. We'll have to see, actually. I mean, these ones might be targeted at the Johns. Yeah, we'll have to find out soon. But yeah, I mean, if these broadswords are absorbing all of these missiles that were intended for my ships, then it's not a big problem. I can deal with that. I can always build more fighters. A 20,000-ton ship, however, is a little bit harder to replace. It did take a long time to build, and that would be quite a lot of crewmen dead if it was to be destroyed. I have a feeling these missiles aren't being targeted at the Giants. So what we'll do then is we'll check, God damn it. Proxima. Missiles in flight. Now we do have some Punics on their way. They're not far away, so that's good then. Time to target. Okay. And we have some other Drakensberg, the Jansisagi. Yeah. So we'll have to develop better AMMs. Well, I don't know. They're doing the job. It's just I need to figure out how I can conserve my AMMs. I might have to just have, I don't know, like 15 of them unassigned, and then when shit starts hitting the fan, we assign the rest of the missile launchers, so we fire off more launchers, well, more missiles per volley. Okay. Oh, I do wish these were targeting the Sagib. I mean, the Giants, but they're really not, are they? God damn it. It's so damaged. I do have a feeling that maybe one of the reactors blew, or maybe one of the engines has blown up or been critically damaged. Something's gone on. So if we'd followed up with some more hits, then we probably could have killed it. Yeah, broadsword Gulf structural failure has been destroyed. Ah, well. Yeah. Oh, that might be on target. Come on. Come on, you beauties. Bring Papa home some alien skulls. And they're just gonna go on by, aren't they? Come on. Please be targeted there. And yes, finally. It's dead! Haha, yes! Oh my god, the New York has been avenged. Oh my god. Our people have been avenged. We have taken out our first alien ship, guys. It's dead. It's dead, Jim. It's dead. Yeah. That's good news. That's very good news. Target down. New wreck. And we can harvest that in the future. Explosion detected. Yeah. So what we'll excuse me, what we'll have to do then is design our ASMs to do a lot more damage and be faster in general. So, I will be rather interested to see what happens here. Because we don't seem to detect any bugger off, we don't have contact. There we go. No thermal contact. Yeah, I can imagine they're pretty pissed. Sigi. Recharge rate, shield strength. It does have ECM. All active contacts. Now it's saying non-detected. Now whether that means we just can't detect them or what, I'm not entirely sure. I'd like to think they only had maybe one or two ships that had sensors, but I could be wrong and I most likely am. But yeah, it feels good to sink an enemy ship. To destroy an enemy ship, to have some revenge, some sweet revenge. Sweet dreams are made of these. Made of this. Something like that, I don't know how that song goes. But my lord, we have taken the fight to the enemy. For the third time. Nah, the second time. I reckon our doctors could have taken them if they had the missiles set up correctly. I mean, I did fuck up the missiles. Destination contact not found for the home fleet. Okay. What should we do then? Task groups. We'll try and pick up our boys. If we can pick them up, then I'll be happy, so absorb. We'll absorb it into the fleet. And then we can have them repaired and brought back into service with the UNSC. So how are we doing on combat capability? Grade bonus. I mean, we are gaining some grade bonuses. Task force training. Just the training's increased. I mean, imagine the broadswords have gained some experience. I mean, seeing a hell of a lot of their buddies die, but yeah. I mean, I don't know if these guys will carry on going or not, but we'll see. But it's nice. We've taken out the Giants. The Giants van Rensburg. The one that fucked us all those years ago. Ah, my. Feels so good. That feels just so goddamn good. I can't imagine how large a battle would go, though. The amount of time I would have to dedicate to it. It's worth it, though. I do enjoy it. Right. Are you going to see more missiles being fired? Whoops. Out of ammo. I mean, there's a lot of Punics on the way. But we'll have our fleet go and pick up our boys. Bring them back into the hangars, they can be repaired. I don't know if they'll be able to be sent back out. It depends really on how many of the crew are still alive while on board. But we can take them back to Earth and have them repaired. Right. Yep, it's still firing off missiles. So it does have some kind of sensor on board then, of course. And 41 Broadsword Hotel, unable to locate target. Okay, where are you heading? You're heading to the Sigi. Okay, good. Yeah, it's been tough for our squadrons. And we have Mike, we have Kilo, November. Dead broadsword over there. So I think the Scorpions have taken extreme losses, considering there's only one Scorpion still flying, and that would be Lima, which has still taken damage as well. So what we'll have to probably do is maybe add a little bit more armor to our fighters, perhaps, or potentially shields. It would honestly depend on the size, or some ESM, something like that. Try and make them harder to hit for the enemy missiles. But yeah, I think there's really two possibilities. Either the detonations are killing our fighters and they're... I don't know. I do think they're firing their Mason beams, but they're just getting taken out by the explosions afterwards. So I think what we'll do then is we'll tell them to stop point defense. And we'll see if they can get through. Right, Proxima Centauri. Okay, Blue Dolphins. Right, no area defense. Final defensive fire, self-only area defense now, okay. Right. Sign contact is target. Go with Sigi. Okay. Right, they're holding fire now. The Jans Rensburg's dead.